All right.
Protect your hands under your boxing gloves.
Video goes out to my buddy, Scotty, Too Hottie.
Have we used them
I'm gonna show him how to put hand wraps on.
Dad, have we used them before?
Yeah, buddy. So, we're gonna start with your thumb loop. Drop your thumb in it, over the back of your hand, around your wrist. Keep your fingers spread. That's the most important part of putting hand wraps on. First thing you're gonna do when you start getting comfortable is let your hand relax. Problem with that is once you get your wraps around it, you make a fist and your knuckles expand out sideways, they're gonna be too tight. They're gonna cause circulation in your hands. So keep your hands spread out. So around your wrist, over the back side of your hand, up across your knuckles, back over the back top side of your hand. Of course, slow this down anytime too to get that. So back over your wrist, over the reverse side, around your knuckles. So basically every move you make with your wraps crosses over the top of your hand like that. Back over to your thumb. Underneath the bottom. Back around your wrist. Make that X back across the top of your hand. More around the knuckles. Then that's kind of the reverse way around your thumb, which I didn't totally recommend as a way to do that, but whatever, that's fine. So now you're back going the other way. Basically, the key to wrapping your hands is you want to cover your wrist, your knuckles, and your thumb. Those are the three you're after. Primarily your wrist, in my opinion. Next to that is your thumb. Next to that is your knuckles. Your knuckles are already padded and protected by the glove you're going to be wearing before you're hitting a bag or doing anything else. But a little bit of support around your knuckles also supports the bones in your hand.
You're supposed to use those with boxing gloves.
This is... can you quit shaking the table, big guy? So this is a lot easier to explain to a person in person. So maybe use this to get the best gist you can. And then I'll run you through it in person. The last 2 or 3 straps you should be around your wrist. And also, you see some people with hand wraps that go all the way up their friggin' arm. That's really not what you need. They should be right about here. So you should have a couple loops at the end that go around your wrist. And yeah, so now that you've got your fingers spread the whole time, when you make a fist, it's actually comfortable. I recommend these type of hand wraps that are springy. The material themselves are...
Can you put a hand wrap on me, Dad?
Yep, 1 second. Actually, now that you got that over here, Peanut, can you hold it in front of my phone? So wraps like this, well, back a little bit, right over here where my hand is. Wraps like my black ones here are like elastic, kinda. Wraps like these are not. So these work, they work just fine. But I just personally prefer the elastic ones. And my friends up there would suggest I know what ones are best. But you know, it's fine. Don't worry about it. So yeah, do that. Try it a few times. It's going to take you a while to get used to it. It takes a lot of practice. Yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm sure there are lots of other videos out there on how to put hand wraps on, but speaking as someone you know and who has done it lots, that's how I put hand wraps on. And the key is for them to be comfortable, really. They should be perfectly comfortable once you have them over your hand. You shouldn't feel like anything is too constricted, like you've lost circulation or your fingers are going numb or tingly or anything like that. It should feel supported, but not too tight and definitely not too loose. When you're first learning to put them on, you're going to put them on too loose and too tight, and it's going to take a little bit of practice. But you get the hang of it. I'll put it on one more time quickly so we can show you how that goes. All right, thumb back over the back of your hand.
And I know.
Knuckles, fingers spread. I was watching you do this in person, I'd probably tell you 100 times to spread your fingers out. That's the easiest thing to forget. Oh. You want to be in the video I'm sending to my buddy Scott? I think I should just put it on my YouTube channel and have him check it out there.
No.
See, in this case, where I ended up, I'm up here, and I don't have quite enough wrap to get back to where I want to be, so I'll just straight up cut it across. I don't care. You don't need to follow the pattern. Just get it back to your wrist. See how in that case, I went up a little too high because I was doing it quick. It's not quite far back enough. That's fine. That doesn't matter. You're better off too high up on your fingers than too low. That's for sure. That's just a little more constricting and not totally comfortable in my opinion. Max, can you give me 1 second, please? But I would say that's perfectly acceptable. That's perfectly fine. And that's okay. Don't worry about something like that in there. That's all right. You covered your 3 areas. You got your knuckles, your wrist, and your thumb. All right. Giver, my man. Let me know if you have an iPhone. I could probably FaceTime you and walk you through it a little bit. Or we could use Zoom or Skype or whatever. But try that at first. Play with it. It's going to take a couple thousand times before you get it right. Don't be shocked if it's not. Get it to that good level. And then the only way to make sure you've got it there is basically to hit a bag or hit some pads, which you and I can certainly do at whatever point you're allowed to speak moistly on each other.